seems the city has taken its cue from the Columbus and ODNR residential drilling playbook. Residential deer hunting? Heck yeah. So the Mayor and Ward Council Paul Manichek introduced a resolution to be submitted in March 2016 to voters for a nuisance abatement initiative, translation, bow hunting in residential areas to cull the deer population. The city held a meeting on the 16th of November 2015 not to debate the resolution but rather educate us residents. We could only ask questions. I am a degreed biologist, and in 2012 I introduced some effective humane deer control proposals to the Mayor and Council President. Almost 3 years later and the deer population exploded, and none of the proposals appear in the resolution. Relocation? Too costly. Contraception? They're awaiting results of studies. So why was the consideration for a less humane, less safe, limited scope method without first polling residents? Sharpshooters were even disavowed. Avid hunter Ted Nugent said killing a deer with a bow and arrow is borderline impossible because the animals are so wary and the bow and arrow is such a short-range weapon. Bow hunting is not a quick death for the animal, many being tracked for miles while bleeding out. Your safety director asked Royal Valley Homeowners Association to poll residents about bow hunting. Seems the poll did not address more humane and safer methods. Relocation and contraception would have been more humane, safer and broader in territory. Archers will be limited to a standard minimum of 5 contiguous acres from elevated stands. And while deer season is limited by ODNR, this resolution will allow year-round activity. Hey kids. Forget about fishing or hiking in the common areas. Your association wants to put archers in those areas. No insurance required for the archers, homeowner's responsibility. Ever see what happens when an arrow misses and hits a rock? The police chief will be responsible for enforcing the rules. Same police chief who never investigated and arrested assailants that tried to break into my car while I waited in traffic by Wallington State. A police officer recently admitted that police reports have been lost after the dispatcher moved to Strongsville. Apparently a biologist was never consulted about this proposal, since apparently the city was unaware of all the studies that say that culling is ineffective. Deer populations come right back. Especially since archers are restricted to only property approved by the homeowner. Because of the procrastinated implementation, the deer have attracted coyotes. A fawn was recently killed, its chest cavity cleaned out, our pet rabbit was slaughtered in the backyard, its head devoured in a flash before our eyes. Several pet dogs have been carried off. Moreland Hills has a coyote alert out. A Westlake homeowner was attacked. When that topic was brought up, many in the room, including your law director and your mayor, erupted into laughter. Does that tell you anything about the community you live in?
One more. It's the next phase. What about the coyotes that are coming in now?
They take some of the deer.